Well, unfortunately, you're not going to win them all. Was proud of the fight in this night game tonight. Really battled back and gave ourselves a chance to even win that game with I guess the go-ahead run on second base and left her stranded. But earlier in the day, to get a no-hitter and to get a run rule again, and then here in the nightcap, kind of fell behind. Did some things that I'm not going to say, maybe a little bit uncharacteristic of us, but that's good for us in a way. Not that we ever are going to accept losing, but just you can't hardly replace the tough games and those environments and trying to grit it out at the end. And I was proud of the team, being down 5 runs, and then, like I said, having the winning run at second base in the last inning, giving us a chance to take 2 today. It wasn't in the cards today, but certainly proud of the way we played.
Yeah, Ella Cunningham, the no-hitter, most strikeouts in a game since 2024, and also hit a home run. What was working for her today, just in every phase of the game?
Yeah, she's a really good player, and she hasn't had her moment really in the circle yet. So she got her moment today in the circle, and got her a no-hitter. So she'll go down in the history books with a Troy no-hitter. So that's kind of fun for her. And then she's been doing Ella things offensively the whole year, and so for her to hit a home run is special. But that's just what Ella is, and that's what she does. She drives in runs and gets on base and is a nuisance at the plate. But happy to see her do it both in the circle and at the plate.
Yeah, Dalen Moat's one of the more underrated players in this offense. 3 RBIs in the first game. What do you see from her?
Yeah, she had a lot of hits tonight. I don't have the box score necessarily in front of me. I'm going to take your word, and I felt like she was on base 3, 4, 5 times and probably had 3, 4, 5 hits. She is kind of a sleeper in that lineup, and she just gets on base. She's so gritty and tough. She's a tough out. She hates striking out, so she gets really, really defensive and gets a lot of hits with 2 strikes. But she's an important piece of this lineup and does a great job.
Yeah, and I want to ask about that second game there at the end. I know that it didn't go the way you wanted it to, but just showing the resilience of your team and being able to get up points on the board last minute and get runs up and, still fighting through every chance they get to get up on the board. Tell me about that in your team.
Well, what stands out is, little things about passing the bat, getting on base, and finding ways. But Cam Munson with a 3-run home run. But then that home run kind of clears it, and you got to start it all over again, and that's exactly what we did. We passed the bat, and just I challenged Dalen after that home run. I said, just find a way to get on base, and sure enough, she did. Then it was, Soph that they walked, and then McKinnon, found a way to get on base, and it's just neat to see. But a lot of credit goes to Nicholls. They played really, really well, especially early. That's a quality team with quality pitchers. I wish we'd have played a little bit better and a little bit tighter defensively, a little bit better. We gave up some runs there early, and then we talked to the team about you never know how many runs it's going to take to win a ball game, especially with this team. We're never out of a game, but the resiliency, as you say, was really, really important tonight, and hopefully we can keep that going throughout the season.
Yeah, and just going into tomorrow, what are you telling your team tonight, or what do you tell them in the circle there that, just kind of remind them keep going into tomorrow? Yeah,
I don't think, they're pretty motivated. They believe. Sometimes they might need a little bit of a pep talk to remind them that they are talented, they are good. We do believe in them. They should believe in one another. Tomorrow you got Kennesaw. That's what we got in the early game. We got Omaha, a big fight. We've had them circled on the calendar anyway. But we need to address winning game 1 and then not playing at our best in game 2 against a really, really talented Omaha team coming in. So we talked a little bit about that, and we'll continue to push them on that. And as coaches look to try to make some adjustments as needed.